Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live stream. I hope everybody's really doing well. And so I got my some of the Bitcoin shorts filled for like 40%, and I'm happy. I think I not yet book profits, but the way it looks like, I think I'm not sure if we are top, but we might do something like this. Honestly, if you ask me. We can have a push up towards 16,600 or so, and then probably look for a downside move. A possibility is always there. However, the breakdown would only and only be confirmed once we start losing this support that we have here. Now, as I've got some time here over the live, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to most likely change a little bit of structure. Just give me a minute, please. Okay, so we are here, and yeah, so practically I think this is not the Monday highs now, so I'm just going to discard this, and these are not the Monday lows as well. So the previous week highs are going to move from here, sorry, to this levels, which is still a good one. Okay, let me just hide a bit so that I just can probably know what exactly the levels are. And the previous week lows is here. Cool. And there you go. After the fibs, 0.5, 16,125. Delete. 16,125. And the weekly opens is going to be above this levels, 16,426. That's your weekly open. And now we have this thing, so let's go to the daily, and probably that is going to give us more answers, so the daily, this is our Monday highs, and that's our Monday lows practically. And we already have swept the Monday highs, and you already have what do you say, you already have like a the range, a value area, the POC of this big range that we are having it on the daily. So that's what. Let's go to the 1 hour now. I'm not sure, but how things, guys. Chinese, well, I don't understand what you have mentioned, my friend, but yeah, whatever it is, it's nice. Hopefully. I don't know what's wrong with this chart, but maybe let me just recollect. Strange. Looks like trading view had a problem or what? The chart's not loading. Maybe some reasons, I don't know. The connection is nice. Translate says bearish. So well, let's as I mentioned in the morning as well, guys, I don't know what you guys have it, but the CME chart is a pretty much as I mentioned, that this is a resistance, and there are three options. Either it pumps up from these levels, reject, and does something like this, and sorry, not to the 15,270, but 15,480, or it just dumps to the 15,270. So there are three options, and now I think this option is most likely going to be ignored, or maybe say invalidated once we start going back or get acceptance under $16,000. I mean, this is going to be a real scenario. You know what I mean? If you look at the chart that we have in front of the screen, let me just confirm if the highs are fine. I don't know what is the issue with the chart, but it is taking a lot of time for loading. Normally my chart don't take that much time. Something is wrong. I'm just unable to figure out what's wrong. Anyways, so ladies and gentlemen, for the BTC guys, as I mentioned in the morning as well, for the shorts, I've given you the limits as well over the live stream, and this is my plan for the Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. I do think that I would like to see BTC probably going down towards the levels of $15,600. I think that is the best levels for us to go and test. Why? Because I think the USD dominance, as I mentioned in the morning, 786 pips have been tested, guys. The 786 is in. The one more thing, there is a possibility. What I feel is the B move that we are watching right now is can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more sweep down for the wave 5 towards 886, and then khalas, kaboom. So I do think that BTC is likely to have one more push up till we're above the levels of, as I mentioned, $16,000. Till you're above 16,000, yeah, we can have a push on the upside. That is something very, very likely, ladies and gentlemen. You see, I mean, the institution is still trending at the discount right now, versus the CME is trending at a discount, versus you have it on the perpeps, which is of course not a good sign, not a healthy sign as well. In fact, the spot is not looking that bad, not looking that good. It's neutral actually, if you ask me. But what I feel is from this whole idea of spot, whatever we are seeing right now is, I do think that the move what we are watching is most likely, I would like to see something like this for the spots, forming a very interesting 3-tap and go towards the levels of 15,600, one more week down, and then push up. But you don't want to sweep this lows of 15,473, because I see this move is clean wave 1 or wave A, whatever you would feel like, and this is A, B, C, wave B, and then you're gonna have 5-wave structure towards 18,000. This quarter 3 lows is going to be very, very crucial for a retest, maybe even the sweep of the highs. This can be irregular expanded flat as well, and then further one more sweep down towards our target of 13,800, and after that you kaboom, we go up like this. So this blue zone should be our big support. I think that's where our long zone and the bullish wolf waves also turns out to be that the target for the bullish wolf waves will be somewhere around $13,000 as well. Talking about the Ethereum, so far rejecting a 706 wave, which is a good sign. Nevertheless, I would say 1218, I would say we already reached the full-fledged extension. Hence, what you want to see for ETH is now the 1226.55 is your invalidation. So anything about this level, 1226.5, means ETH is not going to dump and it's just going to have a big pump. But anything under 1226.5 is a great short for ETH with a nice risk reward. I am personally short on ETH around 1221. But maybe I'm just going to ride it with a tight stop loss now, 1226.6. And I'm just going to ride it. If you want to stop, it stops. But the risk reward is amazing for me. I think most likely what I see is ETH should be doing something like this. There's a likelihood we may go for a retest of 1226.5, a perfect retest of this 886, and then dump like this. And if you do happen to have the retest of A0.886, I'm definitely going to give you the short on ETH as well, because that is a very high probable short. And I would have said that this move is wave 1, 2, and a bullish count is this. I mean, this is how the bullish count goes. I mean, if you just want to break out, it just breaks out like this. But still, I see that the volume is pretty much low. Even on the wave 3, the volume is dropping consistently, which clearly indicates to me that this is not a bullish impulsive move. This is a corrective move. Now, let's talk about the Solana. The plan was laid out in the morning, a deviation. We already got the deviation. Now, the plan is to go for retracement towards 11.8 to 11.4. That's where your buy zone is. CRV plan is as per the plan, no changes. Litecoin is something you should definitely have eyes on, and that looks pretty much good in terms of you know, in terms of, one second, where is my chart? Yeah. So Litecoin is pretty much looking great. I think 72 to 72.6 is the very interesting levels for us to go long. Why? Because the move that we watch here was, in my opinion, is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You got like a 5 waves and a diagonal over here. So once you get like a diagonal, what you expect is, A, B, and C go long here. That's a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 goes to a $90. Invalidation level is 70.4. I mean, that is a clean invalidation level, because if we start breaking again inside, we're going to lose this, and it's a big fair value gap. You see the fair value gap, it's going to literally dump then towards 63, and that's how it's going to retrace the whole move towards $58 then. So practically invalidation is 70.4, easy invalidation. 72.5 to 72.7 is your buy zone, and that's your invalidation level, as I mentioned. Now for ETH, look at this total 2, guys. I mean, total 2 also rejected perfectly from the 786 fib, close to 786 fib to 795 billion. My plan is still same, guys. This is what I expect for total. The total I'm looking for 742 billion, guys. I do think that this move is A, the upside move was B, and I'm just looking for a breakdown. Once total goes under the levels of 780 billion, write this number somewhere, 780 billion. Once it goes under this level, would confirm that we are having a breakdown, and which is going to go dump towards 742 billion. Similarly, even total 2 is at big resistance, guys. So far it's rejecting till we are under this red line that we have here, which is around 475.8 billion. Total is bearish. Total 2 is bearish. Total 3 also having a strong range highs resistance at 328.5 billion. Till we are under this, I'm expecting a retest of this blue zone and then pump towards 2017 all-time high. So overall, what I say is I want a dip. Actually, I want that final dip and a lower time frame capitulation for the wave 2, and then pump up towards, for like 15-16% move across the board. So that's what I'm eyeing for everything actually. Now the more bearish count is, guys, just keep in mind, this can be A, B, and this is a C already C, 1, 2, and the bearish count is this. I mean, this can literally do something like this if it's more bearish. And the reason being, as I mentioned in the morning as well, till Nasdaq futures is under this box, under the green box resistance, it's bearish. But once it starts flipping these levels, as I mentioned, we can have a retest of one more push up and then dump. But so far, it looks to me like this is a clean ABC, and hence, for the Nasdaq, I think if we are losing and coming back inside the trend line, of course, the top might be in. A lot of people have got trapped, and I missed my puts. But anyways, what you want to see right now is we have came under this trend line resistance, which is of course not a good sign. Making another fake breakout and a trap for bulls, and it start losing, you have a fair value gap. It will easily accelerate towards these levels like this. So this is not going to be great, because this is A, B, C, and then you're gonna 5 waves down like this towards $9,000 or so. However, we can be doing like another deviation, and if we do reclaim this level again, we can have a retest and then dump. So that's something, that's the reason it's a no trade zone for me for Nasdaq futures right now. I don't want to be aggressive shorting here, honestly. If anybody would want to short, be my guest. I'm not going to do that for the Nasdaq futures, of course. So what are we doing? Discord is going crazy. So, well, I think few of the others I already discussed in the morning, guys. The plan is still same. There is no change in the plan. DOT is something you should watch. It's really great. DOT is great, and also have eyes on Solana. This can be another great move. FTM looks amazing. 20 cents is where a retest is expected. on Solana, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see here. If you just look at the way FTM is holding, might form a very interesting 3 drive. So you see here, it can just have a rising wedge kind of a structure, one more push up towards 22.8, maybe even 23 cents, and 3 drive pattern, and then pump up like this, or it's just going to retrace. It all depends on the count that we might probably have it on the FTM. I don't know why the chart is not loading properly, but it should load. Something is wrong here grossly. So practically the resistance we have right now, we are flipping the range highs around 21.5, which is a great sign. So if we can flip the 21.5, ladies and gentlemen, we can literally have a big pump on the upside. So I mean, just patiently waiting for how this 21.5 is going to react. And that's like a range. You have this range actually, you see. So this is like a range, but if it proves to be a deviation and it turns out this, and we're going to short this shit because it's going to go towards 18.75. So from the range highs to the lows is 10% move, and that's how I'm going to short it. So I'm ready to play whatever comes first, in my opinion. But most likely what I see, the way the structure is, I see that we are flipping it for real, and it's going to pump up towards 24.5. This is where the big real resistance is. Or once it break these levels, khalas, it's going to have a big kaboom towards 55 cents and maybe even to $1. So something, we must be ready for everything. I think right now we just want to see the acceptance on the 4 hours, acceptance on the daily. As you can see here on the 4 hours, we are still you see, first candle was a rejection, second candle was acceptance, third candle was also acceptance, which is 2 consecutive candles above the range highs is a confirmation. If this candle closes in the next 3 hours above these levels, confirmation is that this is really good for the bulls actually. On the lower time frame, we are finding the base here, and we just most likely going to have a retest and then pump up. So which is definitely a good sign, actually, definitely good sign. So let's see. I'm just waiting a little bit for like 3 hours, and we'll see. Maybe if it looks great, we can have a spot buy again, and we can let it ride. Dot, guys, I mentioned in the morning, for dot as well as near, both looks amazing from the long-term perspective. Near, your buy zone should be 1.4 to 1.3. Dot, I would like to see dot reject these levels and come back down to 4.75. So let's hope if we do get this dump, I am buying dot, guys, because that is the big bullish bull phase. I don't want to miss it. It's like a big accumulation. So if we do happen to get a move downside, we are buying, and I'm going to give you that long. However, if dot starts pumping back up and flip this level as a support like this, then yes, I'm going to give you long, because then it is going to straight pump towards $6 plus. So you have 2 options, but right now this is a no trade zone for me for a dot. Talking about the near, guys, I already mentioned the near 1.4 to 1.3 is where you should be eyeing some bags for your long term. Like you buy and just forget about it. That's how you should be doing for the next bull run, guys. And of course, you go in the between, you're going to get the bear market rallies. The bear market rallies are really nice because they are known as a sucker rally, because people expect people have lost a lot of their bags, and suddenly they already sold at the bottom. It keeps on pumping, and it just keeps on adding more and more fuel to the fire. By people are going to short it because they are angry that they want to short every move. And that's how the Bitcoin is probably going to go towards $29,000 and $32,000, but it needs to feel us first at $14,800 to $13,800. That's the way we have to fill ourselves, and then pump it towards 29 to 32k, guys. But the pump is going to come. The 29 to 32k is pump is coming. It's just a matter of from where it's going to come. It's coming for sure. That's what I can see, and it's going to come very soon. So let's for now just keep our dice rolling. I'm just going to play the levels, and that's what I have for now, ladies and gentlemen. Apart from it, I don't see. I mean, the market is pretty much slow. I mean, this is what we discussed in the morning as well, and it's under the play, and that's what I'm watching right now. So guys, this is what I have, and if I have a new updates on the market, I'm definitely going to roll out and again do the YouTube live. Thank you so much for joining. Have a nice night. Bye.